everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to ask what is missing. We're going to ask what is missing for the Divine Masculine, what is missing for the Divine Feminine in order to get into connection. We want to know why, what's, like what are they missing? Like what do they need in order to get into connection? Okay, so we're going to use the Psychic Tarot for the Divine Masculine, and we're going to use the Twin Flame Journey Tarot for the Divine Feminine. Please feel free to switch roles to match your own situation, as we are all the Divine Masculine and we're all the Divine Feminine. And it is getting into balance with our own Divine Masculine and our own Divine Feminine energies, which is really going to help us get into physical connection with our Twin Flame. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's first do the Divine Masculine. Our beautiful Divine Masculines. What is missing in order for you to get into connection with your Divine Feminine? What is missing? What is missing right now? Two cards for the collective. Two cards. What is missing for the Divine Masculine spirit? What is missing? Yeah. So Hangman reversed. So what's missing for the Divine Masculine is that they're not willing to make this sacrifice. They're not willing to do the work, because they look at it as a sacrifice. But we'll get some clarity on that. And then also we have partnership and alliance. So what's missing, of course, is this partnership and alliance, right? Well, that's definitely, missing. And they feel like that's missing. And that could be the issue too, because we are all in oneness. So part of this journey is to know that we're always in oneness. But let me get a clarifier. Why is this here, Spirit? Why is the Hangman reversed with the Three of Wands? Why is this here, Spirit, for the collective? Okay, prosperity begins reversed. Yeah. So, so what's missing is that the Divine Masculine doesn't see their life as prosperous. So I know this is going to sound weird, but in order to be in connection, so the Twin Flames, it's a very high vibrational relationship. In order to be in connection, the Twin Flames need to be in a really good place on their own. And one of those things is to see life as prosperous, right? To feel. So before I got into relationship with my own Divine Masculine, before he came back after being gone for 3 years, I really felt like my life was pretty darn awesome. Like I had to feel that way. And it wasn't, and I didn't do it because I wanted someone to come back into my life. It's just that I just got to the point where I just felt like, could my life get any better? Because that's how I felt. Like my life was so wonderful. Okay, so let's look at the Divine Feminine. What is missing for the Divine Feminine spirit for the collective? What's going on with our beautiful Divine Feminine spirit? Two cards for the collective. Two cards. What is missing in order to get into Twin Flame Union? What is missing? What is missing? So we have Nine of Swords and we have Hermit. So that's interesting. So Hermit's easy. So what's missing is this soul searching, right? So this is going to be a huge part of the Twin Flame journey, and in order to get into Twin Flame Union, there needs to be a lot of soul searching first. That's why they call it a journey. That's why it's a very tough journey. Now we also have Nine of Swords, so I find this interesting that why this is missing, and I really want to ask, because the Nine of Swords with this deck happens to mean self-sabotage and nightmares. So I just want to get clarity as to why this is here. Beautiful spirit, why is Nine of Swords upright here for what is missing for our beautiful Divine Feminines? Why is this here? Or why is this together? Why is the Hermit and Nine of Swords together? Oh, okay. So what I'm getting is that that it's not okay. So it's not being worked on. So what I'm getting from Spirit is that yes, the Divine Feminine is going through some sort of self-sabotage, and they're going through the nightmares, but what's missing is the fact that they're not noticing that all these old wounds are coming up. So I know this is so difficult to understand. It really is. But when all this stuff comes up and you feel like life is just so hard, or if you're having these nightmares, or whatever the challenge that is going on, it really is all of your old wounds, whether it be inner child, past life, ancestral, bloodline, all these things. It's all coming up to be healed. And so what's missing is the divine feminine is working on these old wounds. So so this is what's missing. I know that sounds weird, but what's missing is going through this, allowing it to happen, allowing the wounds to come up, because it's almost like what they're telling me is like this has to do with like almost like a dark night of the soul. Okay. And because when you go through that dark night of the soul, now you start doing the soul searching, right? Because what is a dark night of the soul like? A dark night of the soul feels like the soul's missing. It feels like the soul is fragmented. It feels like the soul literally left, is how it feels. It feels pretty dark. And so that makes a person want to soul search. That makes a person want to dig deeper, and find out more. So that is beautiful, actually. Okay, so let's get some advice for everyone. So I do like this deck because it kind of just shows us where we're out of balance, in our own divine feminine and our own divine masculine energy. So we're going to start with the divine masculine first to find out where is the divine masculine, and they could be balanced as well. So we want to know, where are they balanced and where are they not balanced. We're just going to pull three. Where is the divine masculine balanced, and where are they? Because it's really important to know where you're balanced and where you're not balanced, because then you can fix it. But if you're not aware of it, then you can't fix it. So for the divine masculine, what's what's blocking the connection is not feeling good enough for the connection. So the divine masculine may not be aware of this, but they're just not feeling good enough. They just don't feel like they have what it takes. So I know this is what happened with my own divine masculine, and he literally said to me before he left. He said, I can't do it. I'm not good enough, and I can't make it work, and it was just one of those things where he couldn't get a job. So he left. So not feeling good enough for the connection. That's a big one. That's why a lot of twin flames leave. A lot of times they don't voice that. They're too embarrassed to. But that's why they're just not feeling good enough. The other one is neediness. So that's interesting. For the divine masculine, feeling needy. So if the divine masculine is feeling needy for their divine feminine, then this would be an imbalance, because this is not a 3D relationship. This is a 5D relationship. It's a very divine relationship. So in order to be in this relationship, there needs to be more of a self-love, where you love this person no matter what, and you don't necessarily need the person in your life, right? So that takes work, right? Because what happens is with what my viewers may not understand is that what happens is when you have these feelings that come around, we like to make up stories about what it means. And if we're feeling needy, we'll make it about the twin flame, or we'll make it about something that we think we need. Oh, we need that chocolate. But in actuality, it may have nothing to do with that. Our subconscious mind maybe has to do with a past life, or has to do with something happened as an inner child, and we just make up a story about what it is. And then when we release it, we realize we didn't need that piece of chocolate, or we didn't need the twin flame. All right, the other one is depression. So the divine masculine feeling depressed. If the divine masculine is feeling depressed, then again, that is going to block the connection, because what's happening is that it's almost like a non-connection to self, right? So if you're feeling depressed, you're not feeling that self-emotional love for yourself. It's kind of a cause of depression, because it's almost like the soul feels it's almost like the soul doesn't feel loved, if that makes sense. It's just, yeah. Well, anyway, depression is what's blocking. Okay, so let's look at the divine feminine, and we'll put these back in case it's the same. Okay, so beautiful divine feminines, what is blocking the connection? Like, where is the divine feminines out of balance? And like, so you're aware of it, so you know what to do, so you know how to fix it, right? Because when you know what's out of balance, you can fix it. So three cards for the collective, with our beautiful divine feminines, or what's balanced or what's not balanced. Okay, so for our beautiful divine feminines, feeling nervous. Okay, so what does that mean? So maybe our divine feminines are feeling like they're nervous, like, oh, I don't think the divine masculine's coming back, right? I don't feel like it's ever going to happen. I've done all this work, but nothing seems to be changing. So with that nervousness, that is being out of balance, right? So and you might be thinking, well, what does it mean to get in balance, right? So what is the opposite? So I do have my little handy dandy chart here. Hold on. My chart got stuck. So nervousness is out of balance, but in order to feel like, when you focus on yourself, when you have introspection, contemplation, compassion, and intuition, when you're using your intuition, this is when you are more imbalanced, right? So this is how you're balanced. And by the way, I got this from the wakeupexperience.eu. That's where I found this chart. It's a beautiful chart. And I've used it religiously, by the way, to get myself into balance. Okay. And so the other thing is excess spiritual feminine, being codependent, feeling like I'm not enough without my divine masculine. Okay. So this would be, again, out of balance, not feeling good enough for the connection. And this would be the excess spiritual feminine. And this would also be the balance of that, would be focusing on yourself, noticing the mirror, looking thoughtfully, examining your own thoughts and feelings, having compassion, and being intuitive, okay, instead of feeling codependent, okay, and not being enough. Okay, not being enough meaning you don't feel enough to be by yourself. Okay, but this is good. So this is good for the divine, but this is what's going well for the divine feminine, and that they are feeling assertive. I know it's hard to read, but you're feeling assertive and organized. This is good. So if you're feeling like you're striving in life, where like you have these projects and you're going for it and you're being unstoppable, that's beautiful. Now you're actually balancing out your own divine masculine, and that is beautiful. And when you do that, you're also helping out your twin flame. So that is a balance that you have. So that's great. So just working on being nervous, releasing that. If you need any help with that, that is what I do. That is my specialty. You could, look at my description box below, or email me at marybethtwinflame@yahoo.com. Okay, so now let's find out messages. Let's get some messages between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So we'll start with the divine masculine. So beautiful divine masculines, what would you like your beautiful divine feminines to know? One card, one card. What would you like your beautiful divine feminines to know? For the collective, what would you like your beautiful divine feminines to know? That's interesting, because it did come out reversed, but it says you feel like home to me. So what this is telling me is that they're kind of in denial in a way. So it's like, maybe I almost feel like subconsciously they understand that you feel like home to them, but they're not quite putting their finger on it, and they're not quite getting it. It's not a conscious awareness is what I'm getting. It's a subconscious awareness that you feel like that the divine feminine feels like home to them. But I'm just curious as to why this is reversed. I'm gonna get a clarifier from this beautiful deck. Okay, why is you feel like home to me reverse, spirit? Why is this reversed? Why is the divine masculine saying you feel like home to me, but it's reversed? Why? For the collective, spirit, for the collective, why is this reversed? Why? Belonging. Interesting. So we got belonging. So what they're telling me is this. So it's almost like they understand that they belong with their twin flame. They do understand this. But at the same time, they don't want, oh, well, this is what they're telling me. They don't want to feel, they don't want to feel like this. Which makes sense, right? Because I think the divine feminine goes through the same thing, right? It's like, you know you guys belong together, and you know each other feel like home, but you don't want to feel that way because the soul's blocking it. It's painful. It's painful when you're being blocked and you know that, oh, this is the person I feel like home, this is the person I belong with, this is, where I belong. At the same time, the soul is blocking it. Even though you share a soul, I know it sounds weird, you share a soul with them, so you're one with the soul, but the soul is actually blocking physically the connection. And the reason why is because if you were physically connected, it would be a distraction. You would not be doing the work that you were supposed to be doing. So the work meaning working on all this stuff, like being nervous, or feeling like you're not good enough, because that's the work. This because the spirit. Because I asked a psychic this one time. I and this is what the psychic said. I literally asked why. Why does our souls make us feel, or does our subconscious minds make us feel like we need our twin flame when they're not necessarily the best fit for us right now, because of how because we're not in the best place right now? And the answer was because the soul wants to heal. The soul thinks that the person will not heal unless, because like I said, be careful on what you make up a story about, because the soul will make you think that you need this person, when actually consciously you kind of consciously understand that it's probably not the best thing right now, based on behaviors, based on being mistreated, or based on whatever it is you've experienced. So consciously you're like, this is not a good idea, but subconsciously the soul is going to continue to make you want and need this person for the sole basis of healing the soul, because the soul is so fragmented, the soul doesn't know how else to get your attention. And if you're physically with that person, now you're distracted, right? Because now you just physically want to be with this person. But as long as you're apart, now you have no choice but to work on yourself because you're in pain. It doesn't have to be about a twin flame. The soul can do this in many ways. It could do this through health issues, it could do this through financial issues, it could do this through family issues, right? Any kind of challenges. And it pushes the person to work on soul healing. Okay, so anyway, that's what they're telling me. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at, what does the beautiful divine feminines want their divine masculines to know? What does their beautiful divine feminines collective want their beautiful divine masculine? And again, it's reversed. I'm still haunted by my actions. That's interesting, but it's reversed. So I'm going to ask why this is reversed. So the beautiful divine feminine saying, I'm being haunted by my actions. But what I'm getting is the divine feminine's not really aware of what, like almost like aware, almost like I'm haunted by how it happened, and like what happened. But at the same time, like, obviously I did the wrong thing. Obviously I said the wrong thing. Obviously, something went wrong. Obviously I'm to blame as well. But at the same time, have no idea. And beautiful divine feminine, just to let you know, you did nothing wrong. You did absolutely nothing wrong. You could have done everything 100% correctly. You could have said the right things, did the right things. You could have done everything and anyone could possibly have done, and the soul still would have blocked it. The soul would have blocked it, because that's the whole point of the twin flame journey, is to block the two people so that the soul gets healed. Otherwise, if the two people are together, there's too much distraction, and then the soul gets no longer healed. And I know that sounds like a weird way to do it, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to do one more when it comes to messages. One more. And let's see what beautiful message does the divine masculine have for their divine feminine? What message, spirit, for the collective does the divine masculine have for their divine feminine? It says, I just want to forget about you, but I can't. You are always on my mind. Yep. So divine masculine letting their divine feminine know. And that's going to, and again, what I just explained. And it's going to be the same for the divine feminine. The divine masculine and the divine feminine are never going to stop thinking about each other, because the soul won't let it. The soul will not allow that to happen, because the soul wants to heal. And you will continue to suffer until you heal the soul. So that's what this journey is about, to heal the soul. Okay, and what is the our beautiful divine feminines for the collective want our beautiful divine masculines to know? For the collective spirit, what is our beautiful divine feminines want our divine masculines to know? I just can't accept myself. I can't see why you'd accept me either. So that's interesting. So our beautiful divine feminine saying, and that's basically what my twin flame said. I just can't accept myself and see why you would accept me either. My twin flame basically said that to me. Basically said, literally said, I can't accept myself. Literally said that. I don't accept myself. And a lot of it has to do with trauma, inner child wounds. Okay, a lot of our beautiful twin flames have gone through sexual abuse, physical abuse, all sorts of trauma, and when that happens they have a hard time accepting themselves. So anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. That's all I have right now. I am going to now do something where I help twin flames to unblock. So as I keep talking about healing the soul, this is one of the strategies that I do, that have worked for me. And so what it is I'm basically energetically releasing blocks between twin flames, and I've learned that I can help other people do this. Okay, so what I need from you is, you just need to have your soul give me permission. You could just say it out loud. If your soul gives me permission to do this, I can help you. And so basically you're going to visualize a beautiful white light coming through the crown chakra, all the way through your head, your neck, your chest, your arms, your stomach, your legs, your feet, and allow that beautiful white light and the go through the earth, and allow your roots from your root chakra go all the way down into the earth, all the way deep into the earth, and then allow that beautiful earth energy come back up into the body, and allow that beautiful earth energy and white light mix together, and then shazam it. Just wrap it around Mother Earth. So now that you are one with Gaia, and now I will begin. Okay, any story or imprint or pattern or inner child wound, past life wound, ancestral wound, any other kind of wound, any other conscious or unconscious reason that is blocking twin flames, please, please, please delete, 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 de-story, uncreate, vaporize, across all timelines, all vibrations, all dimensions, across all time and space, past, present, or future, thanks be to God, and so it is. So I like to do that at each of my video, because it is layers. Just know we have layers upon layers of energetic blocks, and so when I do this I'm just releasing another layer, and you will feel that after a while you will start to feel lighter and lighter and lighter, or just other things, like maybe you might even feel some pain go away or some mental anguish go away. You'll just start to feel lighter the more and more that we do that. And you could do it for yourself. You could do it on yourself. I do it on myself all the time, and I'm just constantly clearing, because you are connected to your twin flame at all times. Your chakras are connected. I can only speak from experience. Me and my twin flame, we're connected through chakras. But I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for my new subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for my viewers. I appreciate you too, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.